One page takes less than 2 minutes, but it can change how your whole morning feels. How is that possible? Think about it. 2 minutes is nothing. You spend more time than that looking for your phone charger, more time than that waiting for your coffee. So how can 2 minutes, with one small page, do anything at all? Here is the strange part. It is not about the 2 minutes. It is about what those 2 minutes do to your mind, before the rest of your day even starts. Many people never try this, not because they tried it once and it failed, simply because nobody ever told them that one small page, read first thing, could matter at all. It sounds almost too small to be true. A whole morning, changed by one page, no big plan, no new app, no special trick, just one page, read before anything else. And yet, that one small page can quietly shape how the rest of your day feels. And that is exactly what we are talking about today. So let's name this habit clearly. Reading one page of your favorite book every morning, before anything else. Not a whole chapter, not even 2 pages. Just one page of your favorite book. Read before you do anything else in your day. This might sound too small to matter. Most habits you hear about sound much bigger than this. Wake up at 5. Exercise for an hour. Make a perfect breakfast. This is not that kind of habit. This is smaller, on purpose. One page. That's the whole habit. Nothing more is hiding behind it. And here is something nice. This works just as well with a book in your own language, or with a simple book in English. Either way, the habit stays exactly the same. Here is the question we are answering today. Why does reading just one page in the morning change the rest of your day? By the end of this, you will know the answer, and you will know exactly what to do tonight and tomorrow morning. One page. That's all. But if this is so simple, why doesn't everyone already do it? Let's look at that first. It is not because people do not like reading. Most people who own a favorite book really do love it. The problem is something else. Your phone is right there. It is bright. It makes sounds. It feels exciting the second you touch it. A quiet book, sitting closed on a shelf, simply cannot compete with that in the first 10 seconds of your day. Your phone wins, almost every time, before your mind even gets a chance to choose. And reading feels like something that needs free time. A whole afternoon. A quiet weekend. So people save it for later. But later never quite comes, because mornings are busy and nights are tired. By the time you sit down at night, your eyes are heavy, and the book waits one more day. One page can feel too small to matter, too. You might think, if I only have 10 minutes, what's the point of just one page? So you skip it completely, instead of doing the small thing you actually have time for. The small thing gets left behind, simply because it does not feel big enough to count. There is a simple physical reason, too. Your favorite book is probably not where your hand goes first. It might be on a shelf, in a bag, under other books. Your phone is right next to you the second you open your eyes. It sits on your nightstand, or under your pillow, already close, already waiting. Your hand just goes to whatever is closest, without even thinking about it. A lot of people also tried reading more in the past. A new habit, a big plan, maybe even a goal of one book a week. After a few busy days, the plan got hard to keep, and the habit quietly faded away. That's very normal. It happens to almost everyone who tries to change too much, too fast. And sometimes, you are simply tired. Your eyes are still half closed. Your body wants 5 more minutes of sleep. Reading, even one calm page, can feel like work in that moment. So the phone wins again, because a bright screen takes less effort than focusing on words. One more thing happens to a lot of people too. You finish your favorite book once, then it goes back on the shelf. Nobody ever said you could open the same book again, just for one page, as a morning habit. So a book you already love sits there, closed, for months. All of these reasons make sense. You are not doing anything wrong by reaching for your phone first. It is simply closer, brighter, and louder than a quiet book ever could be. And you are not doing anything wrong if a big reading goal didn't work out, or if some mornings just feel too tired for anything at all. All of these reasons make sense. But here is the good news. None of them are hard to fix. Let's look at what actually happens once you try this. Let's keep this simple. Many people say that reading a little in the morning helps them feel calm before the day gets busy. It's just a slower way to start than checking your phone. Here is a simple example. There was someone who always reached for their phone first thing every morning. Their mind already felt full and rushed by breakfast, even though the day had barely started. One week, they tried something different. They put their favorite book close to their bed and read one page before touching their phone at all. They said their morning felt different, slower, clearer. Their coffee tasted the same. Their commute looked the same. But their mind felt steadier somehow, right from the start. This does not mean phones are bad, or that you need to stop using yours. It simply means one page, read first, can change how the rest of your morning feels. A friend of theirs heard about it and felt doubtful at first. One page? That's nothing, they said. But after trying it for a few days, they noticed something simple. It was easier to wake up, knowing a story was waiting, instead of just messages and emails. That small change was enough to make their morning feel lighter. So now you understand why one page works. The next question is simple. How do you actually make this happen tomorrow, without forgetting? Here is the part that makes this easy. You do not need a new system. You do not need to remember something complicated. You only need to use something you already do every morning. You already wake up. You already reach for something near your bed. Most mornings, that something is your phone. This happens almost without thinking. The same way every single day. The idea is simple. Put your favorite book in that exact spot instead. Somewhere your hand will land first, before it ever finds your phone. You are not adding a new step to your morning. You are simply changing what is sitting in the spot you already reach for. This is called a habit stack. That means you attach a new, small habit to something you already do every day. You are not creating a new moment. You are simply changing what is waiting for you in a moment that already exists. Waking up is your trigger. A trigger is just the moment that starts a habit. Right now, your trigger leads to your phone. We are simply going to let it lead to your book instead, just for one page. Think about your alarm. It rings every single morning, with or without your help. You never forget to wake up, because the trigger is already there, doing its job. We are going to use that same trigger for this new habit, instead of building a new one from nothing. This works well for English learners too, by the way. You can choose a favorite book in English, even a very easy one, and read one page out loud, slowly, in the morning. You practice your English and build your new habit at the same time. 2 small wins, from one quiet page. If a full page in English feels hard some mornings, that is okay. You can read it quietly in your head, or read just a few lines instead of the whole page. The habit still counts. What matters is that you open the book first, before your phone. This is also why the book has to be close, not just somewhere in the house. If the book is across the room, your hand will still reach for your phone first, simply because it is closer. The book needs to be the easy choice, not the far one. This works with any favorite book, by the way. It does not need to be new, or famous, or long. It can be a book you have read 5 times already. It can be a short book of stories. The only thing it needs is to be a book you enjoy, and that feels like your own quiet choice. You might wonder what happens to your phone in all of this. Nothing dramatic. You can still check it right after your page or a few minutes later. This is not about removing your phone from your morning completely. It is only about choosing what comes first, for about 2 minutes, before everything else begins. Your phone will still be there. It always is. And remember, this is not about reading more. It is not about finishing your favorite book quickly or reading for a long time. It is about one page. Just one. Read slowly, in your own time, before anything else asks for your attention. So here is exactly what you can do, starting tonight. Tonight, before you go to sleep, put your favorite book on your pillow, right on your pillow, where you cannot miss it. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, your hand will find the book before it finds anything else. Before your phone, before anything. Read just one page. That's it. One page. You do not need to read fast. You do not need to understand every word perfectly. You only need to read one page, slowly, before your day begins. If your mind wanders during that page, that is okay too. You can read the page again tomorrow if you want. This is not a test. There is no perfect way to do this. Some mornings, you might read more than one page, and that is fine. Other mornings, one page might feel like enough, and that is fine too. The goal is simply to start, every morning, with your book instead of your phone. You might forget on some mornings, especially at first. That is very normal. If you forget, just try again the next morning. One missed morning does not undo the habit. It only means tomorrow is your next chance. If your favorite book feels too long or too hard for a quick morning page, that is okay too. Any book you enjoy will work. A book of short stories, a book of poems, even a book you have already read before. The point is not which book. The point is that it is yours, and that you enjoy it. There is no wrong choice here, only your choice. If you do not have a favorite book at home right now, you can still start tonight. Any book on your shelf will work for the first few days, while you think about which one is really your favorite. Even an old magazine, or a book you started and never finished, can be your starting point. You can do this habit anywhere, too. At home, in a small apartment, in a shared room. You do not need a desk, a lamp, or a quiet corner. You only need your pillow, your book, and one quiet minute before the rest of your morning starts. You do not need to tell anyone you are doing this. You do not need to track it, or write it down, or share it online, unless you want to. This is a quiet habit, just for you and your own morning. If you live with other people, this still works the same way. You do not need a perfectly quiet house or a special reading chair. You only need your favorite book, close enough to reach, and 2 minutes before the rest of your house wakes up too. If English is part of your goal, you can choose a very simple English book for your pillow, one made for beginners like you. You do not need a dictionary next to you every morning. You can simply read the page, enjoy what you understand, and move on with your day. So again, tonight, put your favorite book on your pillow. Tomorrow morning, before you touch your phone, read just one page. Can you try this tomorrow? I think you can. It takes less time than finding your charger, less time than waiting for your coffee. Just one page, in a quiet moment that is already yours. Let's go back to that question we started with. One page takes less than 2 minutes, but it can change how your whole morning feels. Now you know why. It is not about the 2 minutes. It is about giving your mind one calm, focused moment before anything else asks for your attention. Picture tomorrow morning for a second. You wake up. Your hand moves toward your pillow, the way it always does, but this time, it finds your favorite book first, not your phone. You open it. One page. Maybe a story you already love. Maybe a character you already know well. Your mind slows down, just a little, before the rest of the morning speeds up. Nothing about your morning looks different from the outside. You still get up. You still make coffee. You still go to work or school like always. But for one quiet moment, your mind got to start calm, focused, and yours, before anything else asked for its attention. That is the whole point. Not a longer morning, not a harder habit, just one different first moment, repeated tomorrow, and maybe the morning after that too. Small as it is yours to keep. Nobody else needs to notice it for it to matter to you. Some mornings will feel easier than others. Some weeks you might forget a day or two, and that is fine. What matters most is the habit you build over time, not any single morning you happen to miss. And here is one more small thought before we finish. If you choose to read in English, even one page a day adds up over time. New words, new sentences, a little more English in your mind every single morning. You are not just building a calm habit. You are also building your English, one quiet page at a time. Slowly, page by page, without even noticing how far you've come. Let's remember what we talked about today. Reading one page in the morning helps your mind feel calm before your day gets busy. Your phone asks for fast attention, but a book lets your mind slow down and focus. Tonight, you will put your favorite book on your pillow. Tomorrow morning, you will read one page before you touch your phone. That is the whole habit. Small, simple, and yours to try. Now let's go over our words for today. Favorite. This is the book you love most, your favorite book. Page. You only need to read one page, not a whole chapter. Focus. Reading helps your mind focus on just one thing. Calm. Your mind feels calm, not rushed, after reading. Habit. A habit is something small you do every day, almost without thinking. Trigger. Waking up is your trigger, the moment that starts the habit. Pillow. Put your favorite book on your pillow tonight. If this was helpful, listen again, or share it with a friend who wants to learn English and start their morning a little calmer. And if you want, tell us in the comments, what is your favorite book? The one you would read first. Maybe it is a story from your childhood. Maybe it is a book you bought but never finished. Whatever it is waiting for you, ready for just one quiet page tomorrow morning. You don't need the perfect book, you just need one that feels like yours. One page, one quiet moment, one small change to how your morning begins. See you next time.